Hello and welcome to hobby vlog number 227. Now the hobby-ocalypse continues over here at Big Clipper Central. I haven't had very much time to hobby at all this week, and that is just going to continue for the foreseeable future, but I am really trying to get a few things done, and I'm really enjoying the fact that making these videos is inspiring me to hobby, because honestly, if I wasn't making the videos, I'd probably do absolutely nothing. And then it would all go away and I'd forget about it, and then I'd come back in a few years and think, why haven't I done any hobbying for ages? So thank you to everyone that watches. You inspire me, and that's really, really appreciated. So I wanted to say that first before jumping into the Reaper challenge. Last week I painted up the Swamp Shambler. I'll pop a picture on the screen now. It was a lot of fun, and I made some mistakes, but they turned out to be happy accidents, and you'll just have to watch to find out what they were. This week I am going to be painting up the 3 Victorians, which is pretty cool. I'm quite happy about that. I've been painting some odd things for the last few weeks, so it'd be nice to get back to some more normal humanoids. And yeah, I'm right looking forward to painting these 3 up. So thank you to everyone that voted last week. It was the smallest number of people that voted so far in the entire challenge, I think. So get down in those comments, have a look on the screen now or in the description below. There's a list of miniatures. You can pick one of those miniatures, just leave a comment with that in the name, with the name of the miniature in the comment, and you'll be entered into a draw potentially to win one of these miniatures. At the moment, one of the Reaper miniatures is winging its way to France for the winner last month. Hopefully that'll arrive very soon. So yeah, just get involved. It's a little bit of fun, and it could be your chance to win one of these miniatures brand new from Reaper. So yeah, get that vote in below. I'll stop rambling now. This intro will probably be about half the length of the video. I'll see you again at the end. Thank you ever so much for watching. And yes, I do have my on-air sign on, and yes, Rosie did ask me to look at it yesterday and danced around the room in joy, so brilliant. Right, so this week is the Swamp Shambler, and it's easy for me to get into this week because the box has fallen apart. It's so old that the plastic has disintegrated. So here we have our Swamp Shambler. A pretty cool miniature. It's going to be a lot of fun to paint that, I think. So as always, what I'm going to do now, get that into hot soapy water with a toothbrush scrub, and get that scrubbed up, put it onto a base and prime it. I might do the same as I did for the other one last week, where I might paint it up before I put it on the base, just because I get better access to the underneath of the miniature. But anyway, the first thing I need to do is scrub and prime. So I'll be back when I've done that. Alright, so he's been primed, cleaned up, and is now ready for painting. So that was a really easy model to clean up. There's very little wrong with him actually, and the priming went pretty well as well actually. I'm glad I've got my new headset up here. It makes it a lot easier for me to prime. That's making a big difference. So now it's going to go downstairs and going to start painting them up. So hopefully that'll be nice and easy, and you'll get to see what it looks like when he's done. Well, I've just had a really, really lovely paint and chat session with my mate Tim. Always enjoy them. Particularly with how busy I am at the moment, making time to come down here and making time for my Mumakil Madness, Mumakil Mayhem project is proving to be very difficult, but I sat and painted some Mumakil while I was chatting to him. So I've got the first coat on the horns, on the tusks even, painted up the tusk weaponry, so I'm not sure that the silver's right for that. I might change my mind on that. And that's about all I've done really, but I had a lot of fun. Again, that's what it's about, isn't it? And it's a little bit of progress. So I don't know when I'm going to get to this next. It is incredibly difficult for me to find time to paint. I struggle even to get my Reaper miniature painted once a week. Gone from between 5 to 10 miniatures a week and down to barely doing 1. However, I am still working on this. It is progressing. You can see here are 2 that are in way. The body of this one is fine. And this one just needs to have a few more touch-ups and it will be completed. So I am making some progress. I'm not giving up on this project. I've got the whole year to do it, but I need to keep going. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick clip to show that, and hopefully I will be able to find some time sometime later this week or early next week to finish these up and then move on to the next Mumakil. So there we are. After quite a long time, I'm so busy. I'm going to get on with the roof now, and I'm going to show you the idea that I've got for this. So I've just finished a pack of Weetabix, and rather than put it in the recycling to be recycled by someone else, I'm going to recycle it myself. as the roof for this building. Now I'm not going to do this in the normal traditional way that you see people doing roofs, which is to do a strip, cut slices. I mean, I've done that over and over. What I'd like to do is something that's a little bit closer, and I don't know what this is. This will be a first idea, the first attempt, and I might improve it as I go. But the first idea is to do basically a stone roof. We have a lot of those over here, and how I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do a little bit on camera, and then the rest I'm just gonna kind of potter away at my desk. So let's just cut a little bit of this out because it's been a bit annoying. So we've got ourselves a little bit of cardboard, and what we're gonna do is cut it into squares and then kind of round the edges off, get rid of all of the all straight edges. It can be kidney shaped, it can be lozenge or whatever, but it needs to be smooth shapes. And I'm going to end up with loads and loads of these, so that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm just going to stick them all the way across. Now they're not going to be very thick, which is a problem. However, I want to see what it looks like, and I will, as I said, I will enhance and improve this technique with practice. So this is the first idea. So the time is going to be spent cutting these out like this. So I'm just going to sit at my desk. I'll probably do it while I'm working, when I'm on meetings or what have you, and I'm going to cut probably 100 of these out, I reckon. So we've got 4 already. So once I've got all those cut out, I'll bring you back and we'll start gluing them on. I'll show you what it looks like, and then we can paint it. So yeah, really hope this works. This is the idea that I've had for a little while of how to do this, and like I say, it is an experiment. So I'll be back shortly in your time, and probably several days in mine, knowing me and how I am at the moment. And we'll see how that goes, see how that turns out when we glue them on. I've had one little delivery, which I'm not sure when I'm going to get to. I'm working on my model railway. I'm also working on Rosie's model railway, though my model railway is probably the thing that's going to give based on how busy I am. So that's just going to have to get pushed back a few months. And this was a book that was recommended to me by a good friend to make me a little bit more confident in terms of what I'm trying to do in terms of wiring or what have you. So yeah, I'm going to make use of it. The first thing that I need to do, this is from my model railway, which will be on the ARA Railroad channel, but that is, as I said, going to be pushed back quite a long time, is the LED lights on the light strip, which I've done quite a lot of work on it. None of these videos have gone live. A lot of them are edited actually, but they're not going to go live until I've got it finished, so they're going to have to wait. But the next thing I'm doing on that, the next place I'm up to, is actually wiring on some LED lights to a dimmer, and so that I can light the railway. And my confidence levels are low, so this is why I've got this. The other thing that I'm going to try and find time to do is practice some soldering, because for Rosie's model railway I need to basically improve the electrical conductivity around the track so that we can actually run trains, and it's a terrible weight on my mind that I've not done it yet, and I really want to do it, but I'm just too busy to concentrate on teach myself to solder. So as soon as I can, that will come to the channel. I will be doing that, teach myself to solder on here, and hopefully that will be soon, but it's not going to be this week. I'm gutted. I want it to be this week, but we shall see. Maybe it will be, maybe I'll try. Anyway, a bit of a rambly one, but yeah, so this is going to be very useful for me, hopefully, and thank you ever so much to James who suggested it, and hopefully I will be able to get my confidence up with my soldering as well. We can get some practice of that done. Well, here we are. The Swamp Shambler is at least basically painted, and now what I'm doing is the same things I did for the other one, which is I'm going to come along with some milliput and make a base which I can then put some UV resin, that's the word I was looking for, UV resin, as a bit of interest around the base, and then we'll be nearly finished. So yeah, it's Thursday, early morning right now, so I'm not doing great in terms of my deadline, but I think I should get it done. So I'll put this on, let this set, and then I'll bring you back once it's set and show you. I'm going to use exactly the same technique as I did for the other one. So I'll use that kind of forest floor, and then put the green stuff over the top, and then put the resin on it. So hopefully I'll have time to do all of that today. If I don't, then I probably won't get this done for Sunday, which would be a shame. But life is very busy, and you can't do. There's not more hours in the day, unfortunately, than there are. So you just have to suck it up. But we shall see. There we are. That's quite cool. I will let that set. Doesn't take long to go off, and then come back and bring it back, show you how I'm going to do the basing. Alright, so that's set. So what I'll be doing is applying the forest ground cover, same as I did on the other swampy base, and then once that's all set, I will be able to do the water effect, and yeah, and all the other stages. So I will bring you along for each stage, even though it's basically the same as what I did last week, just in case you didn't see the one from last week. This is making a bit of a mess. I haven't done this very well. Ugh. Right, so we will potentially have to do more than one application, I think. What we're going to do is this: throw that on, spread it around, and then we'll see where we've missed, and then we can apply a second application. There we are. So you can see we've missed in the middle and around here, so I'll do that with a little bit more. Like so, and then we'll get some more on. There we are. It's a great thing. Luke is much missed on YouTube, obviously, but I think his greatest contribution was this super simple basing technique with super awesome, it's going to fall off, with super awesome glue that just works. The applicator's rubbish, but you can't have everything. Right, so that's done. I'll let that dry, and then what I'll do is I'll come along with some watered down PVA, which I've got here, and apply the green kind of material that I want to make it to look really swampy. I'll bring you along when I come to that, which will be not very long because this dries pretty quickly. Right, so that's now dried. So what I'm going to do is same as last time. We're going to put glue, PVA glue, over the top of this, and that will help to seal the whole thing. And then I'm going to scatter some of this green material on it. Not as much as I did for the other one, because actually I think it isn't as needed. And then when that's dried and sealed in, then we'll do our water effects with our resin. So yeah, nice liberal coating of watered down PVA is what you do there. And then let's bring the material in and just scatter some on in places, but like I say, not as much as I did before, I don't think, just to add a bit of detail and a bit more interest. And there we are. So we'll let that dry. The next thing you'll see me doing will be the resin, which we'll do for the water effects, and then it's just a case of painting the rim, and we're done, thank goodness. I've just about made it. It's Thursday evening, so yeah, still might make this. Alright, so rim's painted, everything's dry. So now I'm going to unscrew the correct bit on this UV resin, and we're just going to do the same thing as we did on the other one. We're going to drop some in just in areas where it's flat and a bit where the depressions are that I left. There's no sun for us to set by, so it's just going to sit in the window tonight, and when the sun comes up that will then cure it. But yeah, I keep saying it, I'm crazily busy, so I need to get this done now, otherwise I might forget tomorrow. Got lots of stuff going on. So yeah, there we are. Managed against all the odds to get this completed in time. I'm quite excited about that. I'm really pleased that I've got this project going on, and I can't thank those of you who are voting enough for this, because yeah, with how busy I am, I might even stop hobbying completely if it wasn't for this project. And this project is then meaning that I'm doing little bits on other projects like the cardboard house and the Mumakil one and what have you. So yeah, please do vote. The options for this week will be in the description of this video. Just pop a comment below with which one you want me to paint, and you could be in with a chance of winning one of them. So yeah, really appreciate the voting. Thank you. And yeah, well, I'll next time you see this, the resin will be cured and that'll be done, and we'll be looking at who I'm going to paint next. Right, I have literally no time. And that's quite cool because the theme is Lost in Time. And yeah, so what I'm going to do for this, for the TCU challenge, is unfortunately this got broken. I broke it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make something out of this, and the theme is going to be Lost in Time. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do it. I haven't got very much time to do it in, which kind of fits the theme anyway. But I know the first thing I'm going to need to do is put my mask on and get my grinder and or get a sander and sand down all these sharp edges to get all the glass out of there. But I'm going to do that with a mask because you do not want to breathe in powdered glass. And I won't be filming that because it'll be a nasty sound or what have you, so I'll get that done and I'll let you know how it goes, and then I will do what the idea is I've got. I have got some ideas, but yeah, I'm just going to try and do something with this, and whatever I end up with is whatever it is. I hate not entering the challenge. It is now well over a month into the project and I still haven't started. The idea I had originally just completely haven't had the time to even think about. So yeah, let's see what I can do with this for the theme of Lost in Time. Well, that was a bit of an oopsie putting the resin on yesterday before it was sunny because it all basically went everywhere and it stuck the miniature down to my windowsill. I had to peel it off. You can see here I had to get a knife in underneath it and flick it off of the windowsill. However, having said that, now it's turned into a happy accident because it looks like this guy is coming through some seriously swampy morass. It's just worked out perfectly. So there we are, happy accident and all that. So he's done and dusted, pretty happy with how he looks. Now on to the next ones. Well, there we are, like I said, a short one. It's just going to be like that for a little bit with all the business stuff I've got going on. The time that I normally spend hobbying is being spent progressing that business. But I'm hopeful that maybe it will calm down a little bit. It probably won't, but maybe in a month or so it will calm down a bit and I'll be able to do a bit more hobbying. But this is what it's going to be like for the coming weeks at least. So hopefully you'll stick with me through this slight hobby drought. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to vote for your Reaper miniature. The list is in the description and also on the screen now, just again. So you just pop a comment below and that will enter you into the draw and will let me know which miniature I'm going to paint at the beginning of next week. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It's awesome having such a cool audience and so many people that watch these videos, so many more than I ever expected would. So thank you very much. I'll wrap up by saying, as I always do in all of my vlogs, still going on, the horrific war in Ukraine and obviously the war in Israel as well. Now, if any of you are impacted directly or indirectly by those terrible events, then my thoughts do go out to you and anyone you know who may be in that situation. And to all of you, please do stay healthy, stay safe and stay well.